Shalom. I want to give our honest God's praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kagadash, double honors and apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing his word in the four corners of earth. Shout out to all you brothers. Your brothers out here risking your lives for freedom, as well as you confusion face Akim. Y'all putting your lives on the line, for this gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, and also to Yaakov women that are watching learning from the brothers, that's out here doing the righteous works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. What I want to talk about is lesson gonna be on how I really like Esau is coming after all the tribes. Don't matter if you so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, because this Edomite knows he has a short time, okay? And the reason why, because you found out what happened in out there in El Paso, Texas, okay? All right, so like I was saying, and we have a brother here coming on in the video. You go ahead and introduce yourself.
Shalom. It's your brother Amon. So I had just walked in, and the brother had just elaborated to me, talking about what happened in El Paso, Texas. Elder Malcolm had did a video earlier this morning. I also had did a lesson earlier this morning, speaking on certain parts of that, and you northern tribes, you definitely gotta wake up. The Lord is putting judgment all over the world. But scriptures also say that everything must start with the house of Israel.
That's right.
And you Latin tribes are not. What's the word I'm looking for? You are not exempt from that judgment.
That's right.
But you can go ahead and finish up what you were saying.
Yeah, like I was saying, these Edomites know that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans, they know you. They know you're the next rulers of this planet. Okay? They know you next to rule over, because you got certain Edomites that know the truth. They know that they know this is the end of their kingdom of heaven. So, and that Edomite that did what he did, he actually wrote something saying about the Hispanics, basically trying to get rid of the white man or some dumb shit. He said,
yes,
and it's too many of them.
Mention something like that because what's that one Edomite's name? Christopher Green from AMTV. He was going on a rant because Esau knows that his power is diminishing.
That's right.
He understands that every other nation is starting to get a foothold on his dominion, if you will. However, the most threatening of the nations that's coming up against the so-called white man, who is Esau Edom, is us Israelites.
That's right.
Because we're his biggest threat, and it's not even the fact that we're doing anything to physically against his territory or his rulership, but it's the fact that we're spiritually getting bolder. We're spiritually getting we're coming back to the remembrance of who we are.
That's right.
When his rulership was based upon us not knowing who we were, And with that, do you have any scriptures?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first because it's related to what I know you got some, but let me knock this off right quick. Book of Revelation 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Inhabitants of the earth.
Or Salaki, you're right. Inhabitants of Salaki. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, you're right.
And of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowingly knoweth that he hath but a short time. And so, this is why that shooting went on in El Paso, Texas. Then you had another shooting up there, even with out there in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. But and there's a lot of judgment with that too, because you got Jakes out here still just being wicked ass niggas, and Yahweh's tired of that shit. Rather you Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom, And I know you had something you wanted to go into,
No, I'm still driving script.
Okay, it's just and we're at the time where if you're not gonna get right with how about Shimmy Shah, you're gonna be up out of here. And by me being the truth, I done seen way too many examples that he's taking Jakes up out of here. Because you don't want to get with the scriptures of Yahweh Shem Shah, start, of the laws and statutes and commandments. You out here want to be a nigga, he got something for niggas. And that's putting their ass to death. Hardcore judgment. This ain't no plaything with us. That's a man that's in this truth. Because you have man that's a Southern Kingdom that's in this truth. You got Northern Kingdom that's in this truth, and they out there prophesying. But what's going on is, all you niggas, all you 12 tribes, y'all want to be niggas. And Yahweh Shem Shah is killing you niggas because y'all want to be niggas and don't want to go back to the book of Yahweh Shem Shah, and you niggas deserve it. Because you think that, because some of y'all, just because you got that so-called Edomite-looking skin, you think you better than Southern Jake, or even the ones that look like me, that's Northern Kingdom, you think you better than them. But some of y'all know, even the ones that got the so-called skin, some of you, you got fucked up about them Edomites. But let me tell you something. Some of them Edomites they know who Edomites and who ain't Edomites. Okay? That's even in their spirit. They know who's an Edomite and they know who's a Jake. And a lot of you Hispanics they know basically y'all light-skinned niggas. Y'all ain't nothing but light-skinned niggas with curly straight hair. Okay? As a matter of fact, that's something y'all can look up too. If you ever get some time, look up, go to Google and look up Latino lynches. And come back and see if I'm lying or not. Because they know y'all Jakes, man. And there's even a history on that. There's even a history when the Spaniards, the conquistadors came over here, they was killing y'all up like crazy. Hell, they damn near killed Ephraim.
Yeah, killed off all of the Ephraimites who were going by the name of the Taino Indians at the time. This is Jeremiah chapter 5. And verse 19. And it shall come to pass when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our God all these things unto us? Then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods in your lands, so shall ye serve strangers in a land that is not yours. Declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. This people have a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. You know. So this is what we're saying unto you. You know, because you so I can stutter my damn words. You tribes are getting jacked up left and right, and yet you're not understanding the reasoning behind it. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai is jacking your ass up because you have forsaken him. You have forsaken our heritage. When our heritage is given back unto us, this is the time where we're allowed to worship in truth, in all sincerity, our God. You know, it's not a secret. It's not a secret who we are anymore.
Not anymore.
It's not hidden who we are and who the God of the Bible is. It's not a secret, and it's not hidden who these scriptures were written for.
John, because we have many brothers that speak Spanish, so now there's really no excuse for y'all anymore.
We got brothers that speak all the languages or different languages scattered around throughout the world.
That's right.
You know, and it's not just us in the Americas who are rising up to the remembrance of who we are. We got our people that are in different lands amongst these other different heathens back in the Eastern Hemisphere that are waking up to who they are, calling upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And speaking the different languages, speaking the languages of the heathen and doing so. So there is no excuse.
That's right.
The time of the Lord's judgment is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Scriptures say if the righteous shall scarcely be saved, what shall happen to those that are ungodly? You know, and being ungodly for our people is not following after Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. So you tribes that are getting jacked up. Well, shit, all tribes getting jacked up. Let me rephrase my word. You Israelites better start waking up.
That's right.
Because this is the time where we don't have a choice but to wake up. And the Lord is going to make it known unto you that you don't have a choice but to wake up. But by the time you wake up, it may be too late.
Yeah, that's the reason why, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because this is the time where he's separating the 2/3 from the 1/3 and the 144,000. This ain't no time to be playing games and shit. Like that time when we was at camp and them Hispanics, remember they came by that bicycle thing, you know how they be woo and all that. Cause I know half of y'all from South America and people catching hell, but you parting up here with these fucking Edomites, man.
Yep. Trying to thinking that you're gonna escape the curses because you dwell on the east side, but that's only gonna place a bigger curse on you.
Let me go to Hosea right quick. I'll let you bring your scripture out. Sure. We go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because that has rejected knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Okay, Khan. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no peace to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget their children. And that's what's going on out here too. I wouldn't be surprised if, when Issachar be coming up here and the mother tribes come up here, I wouldn't be shocked that they take them kids, chip them and give them right back to you. That just, hey, I'll be honest though with you, man, because we at the end.
We at the border.
Yeah.
That honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's already going on, because of a lot of the things that's going on in South America. The biggest thing right now is pestilence, and with all these different diseases, there's a specific outbreak that's going on in Central America. I forgot what it's called. It starts with a G. Nonetheless, all you Northern Kingdom tribes is coming up to America. But that's seeking the asylums to lounge around in until you can get your papers. If Esau allows you to come up here, it's only makes sense for them to give you vaccinations and to give you all the things that Esau would deem to be appropriate before are allowed to come to America. And we already know that the chip can be inserted through vaccinations. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know, hey, I was just saying, like the scriptures, I believe it's in Second Esdras or in Sirach, one of the two, says that. Let's see. Well, actually, it is in Second Esdras. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yep. Oh, damn, right here. Says Second Esdras, chapter 8, and verse 3. There are many created, but few shall be saved. And that's point blank. Period. You know, hey, Israel's as the sands of the sea and as the stars of the heavens. However, the Lord is only going to redeem a finite of His people, because the vast majority of our people was just gone in wickedness. You know, your tribes aren't really trying to repent. Your tribes aren't even trying to acknowledge full-heartedly who we are, accepting who, or I should say, fully accepting who we are and who our power is and what we are commanded of our power. It's simple. We're Israelites.
That's right.
The power of the heavens and the power of earth created us. And as His creations, as His people, as His children, we are commanded to do certain things.
That's right.
Scriptures say that the laws aren't supposed to be grievous unto us. Yet our people complain about putting away idols, putting away the unlawful things, doing away with the things that pollutes our souls. One of those things that can pollute your souls is having the spirit of wanting to be with these heathens. Mix yourself amongst trying to be like them. That's been one of our biggest downfalls since Egypt.
And think about it. Why? Because like every time when we go to camp, when one of the brothers that can speak Spanish real good, and he be trying to speak to him, try to come and give him a talk by, and they act like we were foreigners or whatever. They didn't want nothing to do with us or whatever. That because we're risking our lives of freedom when we go on the highways and byways. We ain't out there just to be out there, because really we're trying to wake up the elect. That's really what we're commanded to do. Right. So if you want to ignore us, hey, that's your death. That's not ours.
The blood is off our hands, as scriptures would say.
Kind of.
You got it.
Okay. There's something I want to go into before we talk about how they got over here first. Go back to the time of Redbone and Jeroboam, how it got broken up, the time during King Solomon. We'll go through that first, and then we'll go through that. Because, you Northern Kingdom, you really don't know your history. Because really, half of y'all, you just know the history that the so-called Edomites gave you. That's why half of y'all is going off celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which has nothing to do with y'all. That goes back to them Edomites. And what's that other crap? Day of the Dead?
Dios de los Muertos.
Where's that in the scriptures saying to do that at? Okay, where they do that at in the scriptures? Okay, it don't say celebrate the dead. That's going way off. Because reason why, like a lot of you northern tribes really went off, if you really think about it, it really goes back to Rehoboam and Jeroboam, or that time of King Solomon.
After the time of King Solomon.
Was that?
After the time of
King Salakia, after the time of King Solomon. You know. Matter of fact, you still looking for it, or you got it?
I'm in that area. I'm just
okay. All right, I'll go through a scripture right quick while you do that. Okay, because y'all think that this is a game and you're confused why all this evil stuff is happening to you. How about Shimei Shah is doing it to y'all because y'all don't want to listen.
That's funny. I was just reading about the part where Rehoboam the council of the old men, the elders that was with Solomon.
Okay, Kyle.
And that's when we started to be divided.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if you remember that movie. Well, it came out in, I think, 93, 94. It was about King Solomon, and the guy that played King Solomon was an Issacharite. I can't think of that actor's name right now, but Halle Berry, she played Queen of Sheba or whatever, knowing damn well the Ethiopians are not our people. But anyway, even the Jake that played King Solomon, I know one thing I've noticed about him, he's very knowledgeable in the scriptures, and I think even he knew he was an Israelite back then. Because you do have certain Hispanics that know that they're Israelites. I met one of them quite a few years back. He knew he was an Israelite. The
funny thing is, the word Mexicano or Mexico goes back to anointed. Our people, our people have clues to prove who they are, yet they don't even acknowledge the clues. Our people don't even recognize that going back to before the Edomites came over here and start fucking shit up. With us northern tribes, we were speaking broken forms of Hebrew.
That's right.
That don't get acknowledged. We was writing in broken. We was writing in broken form of Hebrew. Some of us actually wrote in the original text of Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
The Paleo Hebrew, especially Gad.
Kind of.
But
you still have ancient writings from ancient times in South America, even in the Americas, even in Canada. You still have Lashon Kodash Hebrew in the Americas still to this day.
Yep. Ephraim had it. Issachar had it. Gad had it. I wouldn't be surprised if Reuben had it. And I don't know about the other tribes.
Yeah, and Ephraim, they be calling themselves Bolikwa. And Bolikwa is some type of Hebrew, I found out. I forgot what it meant. I was thinking about what's that, Fat Joe and Joe.
I don't want to be a player no more.
Yeah. And they were saying they were saying certain words like Balikwa and
Morena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of scattered out. It talks about how the tribes, how Rehoboam strengthened himself. That's the prayer. Hittites. So Israel came, respect to Rehoboam's sin. Let's see. I guess we can start this. This is Second Chronicles chapter 10, starting at the top. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for to Shechem were all Israel come to meet him king, or Slacky. All Israel come to make him king. And it came to pass where Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was in Egypt, whether he had fled from the presence of Solomon the king, heard it, that Jeroboam returned out of Egypt, and they sent and called him. So Jeroboam and all Israel came and spake to Rehoboam, saying, my father make our yoke grievous. Now therefore ease thou somewhat that the grievous servitude of thy father and his heavy yoke that he put upon us, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, come again unto me after 3 days. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam took counsel with the old men that had stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, saying, what counsel gave ye me to return answer to this people? And they spake unto him, saying, if thou be kind to this people, and please them, and speak good words to them, they will be thy servants forever. But he forsook the counsel which the old man gave him, and took counsel with the young men that were brought up with him, that stood before him. And he said unto them, what advice give ye that we may return answer to this people, which have spoken to me, saying, ease somewhat the yoke of thy father did put upon us. And the young men that were brought up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou answer the people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it somewhat lighter for us. Thus shalt thou say unto him, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. For whereas my father put a heavy yoke upon you, I will put more to your yoke. My father chastened you with whips, but I will chasten you with scorpions. For Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam on the 3rd day, as the king bade, saying, come again unto me on the 3rd day. And the king answered them roughly, and King Rehoboam forsook the counsel of the old man, and answered them after the advice of the young men, saying, my father made your yoke heavy, but I will add thereto. My father chastened you with whips, but I will chasten you with scorpions. For the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was of Yahweh, that the Lord might perform his word, which he spake by the hand of Ahiah the Shilonite, to Jeroboam the son of Nebat. And when all Israel saw that the king would not hearken unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? And we have none inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to your tents, O Israel, and now David see to thine own house. So all Israel went to their tents. But as for the children of Israel that dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. And King Rehoboam sent Hirdaram, that was over the tribute, and the children of Israel stoned him with stones, and he died. But King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariots to flee in Jerusalem, and Israel rebelled against the house of David to this day. So that was the beginning of the separation between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom.
Okay.
So like I just read the whole chapter, but that was just to paint.
Hey, that was edification, man.
That was just to paint the scenario. Now, to make the longer version of this situation shorter, after that happened, Rehoboam took hold of the southern kingdom, and Jeroboam took hold of the northern kingdom. And it was that split between the Latin and the native tribes against the Negro tribes. And then that led to the northern tribe going into the Assyrian captivity, the southern kingdom going into the Babylonian captivity, and then thus forth out of the Assyrian captivity.
Yeah. Before you read that, this scripture, you know, since y'all believe in Christopher Colombo, which is his real name, he the one read this scripture that the brother about to read. He knew that you tribes were over here, Christopher Colombo, who you didn't call Christopher Columbus, and he took for Israelites with him that spoke Hebrew because he knew you tribes were over here. So you go ahead.
This is Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they had never kept in their own land. Right, because during the time of the split of the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, the northern kingdom was going off heavily, going into different idols. Our kings, the kings over the northern tribes, will continuously put idols in front of us and have us worship and sacrifice to idols, which will cause the Lord to be pissed off with us, and he ultimately put us away, eventually leading us into captivities under the Assyrians.
Mm-hmm.
But then after a while of being in the Syrian captivity, we finally came to recognizing that we need to leave. We need to get away from the heathens. We need to get away from the idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to do that is just to go to the place where no one else is living. And that's over here in the Americas. That's how you so-called Native Americans, you Seminole Indians, you so-called Hispanic and Latino tribes.
Reubenites.
That's how you came over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's the big secret. It wasn't no Bering Strait, none of that shit.
Right.
You know, the Lord allowed, opened, and guided us through the angels to get over here to the Americas.
God.
So that we will dwell in a place peaceably and worship worship the Lord. You know, and like I just said, peaceably. You know, without having to deal with the heathens. You know, not having to deal with the headache and the heartache of the separation between us and the Southern Kingdom.
God, and that proves you're Israelites. You've been going through all this hell